What a chapter! It was a fun little chapter. It was kind of pretty funny. I really enjoyed the chapter, especially enjoyed the very ending of it. Now you see Gilliard, and he's all by himself in the forest. He's just what I liked about this chapter was there was no dialogue. It was just a set, the introduction, like telling you where they were. Especially this, I thought the next chapter we're gonna get was gonna be like a time skip, and I thought there was gonna be time, pass. Like we're gonna have to wait a couple weeks to get this chapter, but no. We see Gilliard in the forest, and he meets up with Natu, and Natu's of course going on his journey. And it's just so funny, man. These two just basically, they're hanging out with each other. They camp with each other, they eat with each other, they fight with each other, especially fight. They just have a merry time, pretty much. And you can see like days going by, and they're still together. And it looks like they're going the same way, the same direction. So, and it's so funny too because of course Natu challenges them, and they have this little mini big fight. That was a pretty nice little fight, a little cool. And then Natu gets eaten. Natu gets eaten by this one little freaking, I want to say like a little dinosaur thing, gets eaten, and Gilliard comes and saves him. But then, like, you could just see Happy, and you see the other cat's face. What? But it was it was a pretty funny chapter. And then you see, of course, Gilliard, when they do part towards the end of the chapter, you see Gilliard just dreaming of some hot women and stuff. It's pretty funny. But I really like this chapter. I really like how there was no dialogue in this chapter. You got it. You got basically what Natu was telling him, what Natu was getting all fired up about. Gilliard, really thinking about, hey, this guy's a really cool guy. He's my friend, this and that. And you just see the bonding, like the chapter suggests, or the ending. Saying says that basically they're connected even without words. And that's what it is. We got to see them. It was nicely done, nicely paced. It was just a fun little chapter, getting us ready for upcoming events. I really, like I said, I really like the ending where the bags got swapped. Gilliard ends up with all the food and not the food that's been eaten, and Natsu ends up with all these porno magazines. That was funny. Yeah, I really enjoyed this chapter, just to give us, last chapter was just, this epic kind of, we're moving forward, we're going to see some big things, a big setup, for future things to come, and you want that time skip to happen already, but when I saw this chapter in the very beginning, I was like, oh, it's kind of a filler chapter, let's see how it goes, and it was really nicely, it was a fun little, just funny comedy kind of chapter. We'll see if we get any more of those. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we start turning the wheels and going forward. And I think this is a good way, just to lighten up the mood for something that's going to come up with the future of Fairy Tail. So great chapter. Really enjoyed it. Just something to give us before we start moving forward. Get the wheels turning. And I really liked how it was presented and how it was done. So that's my thoughts on Fairy Tail Chapter 417. It was very funny. Let me know, guys, if you were kind of disappointed and you wanted a future chapter. You wanted a time skip chapter. But I have no problem with going from this chapter maybe to a time skip or a couple other chapters if it's done good as this. Because it's nice to see, there is Natsu is leaving, and you saw that when they went their opposite directions. It was kind of part ways, so to speak, like Moses, and basically, you didn't need to find out what the dialogue was. So great. All right, guys, thank you for listening. And if you like this video, please like button and please subscribe for more. And let me know your thoughts on Fairy Tail and overall time skip that we're about to get. And thank you very much for listening.